Alright, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing, baby. Representing Team Kings of Games. And today I'm going to be testing Danger Thunder ORCUST against the 6 and Negate board that I've been using frequently against other decks. You've seen it on the channel. Shaddolls broke it, Unchained broke it, and Musket broke it. They didn't break it very often, but they did. Which proves you don't need Dark Ruler no more, Spear Mode, or Super Folly, or like Lava Golem, Nibiru stuff necessarily to break combo boards. You just kind of have to play a deck, I guess, that has enough gas. And you got to know your cards, the chronological order of playing them. For this particular instance, I feel like Danger Thunder ORCUST probably has the highest probability of doing so, just because random hands with any extender and an ORCUST monster can make a Gal that can hard summon Ding. Hard summoning Ding going second is always going to bait multiple interruptions because he can send a card and it'll have to probably be negated. He can detach to protect himself and then just attack over a threat. So in this instance, he can kill Jackal Oppo probably. It depends. Well, it's all if we get lucky though, because it's all in the luck of the draw. So let's see. Thunder Dragon Hawk, OG Thunder Dragon, a second Hawk. We drew Aurora. We're drawing a Thunder hand. We drew Dogman, and we drew Chupacabra. Okay. So, of a truth, I would activate OG. I wouldn't negate that with any of these cards. I would wait. Because I don't want to make my Oppo so small that they could just normal summon and attack over it. So I would grab 2 OGs. Just make my hand size fatter. And then I would go ahead and activate Chupacabra. If I reveal Dogman, they would negate it with Jackal. I would negate it with Jackal because Dogman's big enough to actually attack over any of these. And I could still net an upstart before I crash, so that would kind of hurt me. So I'm going in this direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh snap, 7. So I have to roll 2 dice. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're discarding Thunder Dragon Hawk to hit the Chupacabra on the field. And I'm going to draw 1. We drew the Simple Skeleton. Now we're actually lit because we drew an ORCUST monster. Thinking this through. Yeah, I would reveal Dogman. Jackal King kind of has to negate that. Because Dogman's big. Wow, Dogman Fade negates you guys. At this point, okay, discard to add. Hawk can extend. Alright, so I would normal summon Skeleton. Link with the Chupacabra and the Skeleton into Galatea. And I would hard summon Ding effect. Since I already burned the Jackal, I'd just probably use an Oppo, because Oppo's going to get taken down no matter what. Might as well get some use out of him. And Ding would obviously be in the main zone. So what I would then do is I would go Battle Phase, attack over Oppo. In main phase 2, yeah, I have to bluff them. So I have to discard Roar and make the Vortex negate so I don't get the Thunder Dragon Hawk, so I can't extend and then utilize the Skeleton. So I would definitely Vortex that. The reason why is because if I let it resolve and get the Thunder Dragon Hawk, I could just then pitch Hawk. Oh no, you know what? No, yeah, I would do that. So yeah, negate the Roar. And then I had the second Hawk, so I got lucky. So I'm going to pitch the Hawk. And then summon out the Roar. And then I'd link these two into the Keyblade Master. So far, so good. Oh snap! You know what? I don't even have a World Legacy card for that one. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. So at that point, I could go Verta Anaconda and then summon out Titan to pop one card, which would probably be the Vortex because Indy can't beat over it. Or I can go ahead and summon out. They're two darks, so I could summon Union Carrier. Yeah. So if I summoned Union Carrier and activate Skeleton to reborn the Galatea, use Union Carrier to basically target the Galatea, and I equip. I'm looking at all my other. Yeah, I think Union Carrier is the option. Because Verta Anaconda could get Titan and I can pop one card. But I want to get actually some longevity too. I want to progress my game state. So yeah, I'll probably link these two in the Union Carrier. And then I'll go ahead and activate the Simple Skeleton. Bring back the Gal. Make sure that she's linked. I would absolutely activate the Gal. And at this case, I don't want Endymion to be able to capitalize off of anything. I've got nothing but OGs in my hand, so in this instance, I would set the Crescendo. And I would use Union Carrier targeting Galatea. And what I would do here to pop off of my plays and make sure I could survive even longer is I would equip the Thunder Dragon Roar to the Galatea. She's gonna be at 2,800, so they can kill the Union Carrier, but she's gonna be at 28. So, and that's really cool because even if Vortex kills the Union Carrier, right, Galatea will be at 28, which means he would have to crash, and that would trigger the Thunder Dragon Roar to special summon. That's as far as I can get though. Let me think about my other line of play. What if I just went Verta Anaconda? Because that's the thing, then my Simple Skeleton stays in Grave as well as my Gal. So if I just go this route and leave Simple Skeleton where he is in Grave, pay 2k, and basically go ahead and resolve Thunder Dragon Fusion, I would then be basically putting back the Thunder Dragon Hawk, the Hawk, and the OG. And then I would summon out Titan. I'm just thinking about my my options here. Maybe I'll summon him in defense, because I already went to battle phase. Summon out Titan. This is where that one instance where I should have just went for one OG, because then I could trigger Titan twice to pop and pop. Probably pop and pop. And then it would just be left with Endymion that can't get over the Titan. So in my my honest mistake in that instance was just basically I can end on something no matter what, but Titan would have took care of the threats, whereas getting the Union Carrier and the ORCUST play was going to get me some follow-ups but not take care of the board. So I should have just went OG for one OG at that time, so that I can still be able to basically get two pops off Titan instead of one. But basically I would use Titan to pop the Vortex, and he'd be left with two monsters that can't get over the Titan still. So still pretty nice for what it's worth. So let's go ahead and reset the board. That one took a bit. Let me check the timer. Yeah, that one took like 9 minutes. And I'll just reset the counters for Jack. Alright, and then I'm gonna go ahead. Ugh. Dang, it's ugly. I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle. And shuffle one more time. So I'm trying to draw some dangers, man. We drew Dogman, Mothman, speaking of, we drew OG, we drew Roar, we drew Hawk, we drew a second Hawk. That's very similar to last time. So, okay. Dang, we gotta make the hindsight play. Yeah, we have to make the hindsight play. So we have to go OG for one OG. OG for another OG. I wouldn't negate him with Oppo because it puts him at 16, and I could just normal summon any monster that's higher than 16, attack over him, and take care of that. So you gotta be careful with Oppo against OGs. I can't reveal my secret weapon Dogman just yet, so I'm gonna reveal Mothman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we hit the 5. Come on. We hit the dog, man. Dang. We hit our other danger. Hopefully we RNG into something bomb. At least we're going to bait a negate, because Dogman actually is relevant, because he would shrink all these dudes to where Mothman could kill them. Which is actually ironic that Dogman's putting in work. We drew an Allure. I would go ahead and activate Dogman, and that would be... Dang, if I use Oppo, he goes down to 16, I can swing, so I have to use Jackal to keep Oppo big enough to be protected. So Jackal's baited. Allure. I would honestly use Endymion to negate a spell that's threatening. So I would probably just let the Allure resolve. Get some spell counters in addition to that. 1, 2. And at this point, I'd be banishing the Roar.
What time did you wake up?
And Roar would trigger. I would use the Appaloosa on that. Alright, so... Yeah, I would have to burn Oppo, because I want to keep my Omni Negate Vortex.
Early? So next time you have to go sleep in your room. Because you're not woken up.
And then I'm going to activate Tsuchinoko. Can you turn the light back on, babe? It's my video. Like,
well,
you just
okay,
came
you've been
tonight.
up all night, so...
Alright, so let me see. So I'm going to roll dice right here. 5, so I'm going this direction. So we hit OG. And draw. Ooh, we nice. We drew a Scrap Recycler.
Are you ready for your bath, Joe?
Yes.
And now that I'm thinking of it.
Ready for your bath?
Yes.
Alright, so yeah, that's what we'll do. So I'm thinking about, okay, if I normal Scrap Recycler and do no effect. Yeah, I have enough for Verta Anaconda too. So what it's looking like is I'll go Battle Phase, attack over the Oppo for 200. Main Phase 2. Main Phase 2, I'd activate Hawk. I feel like Hawk is safe as the Pendulum player. Hawk is safe. So I'd summon out the Thunder Dragon. Then I go ahead and normal summon Scrap Recycler for turn, activate his effect. This is where I'm going to use Vortex for sure to negate the Scrap Recycler, because Scrap is kind of busted. Okay, so at this point, yeah, because Scrap just gets the ORCUST, that's too much. Okay, so at this point, we can go into, we got a few options. Union Carrier is an option too. Yeah, that's what I would do. That kind of sucks. Yeah, I just have to hard summon Titan, basically. I mean, not hard summon Titan, I have to summon Titan off of Verta Anaconda. Aw, dang, you know my mistake, actually? This was my mistake. I need to take that play back if I was able to pull this off. Because I didn't pay attention to the fact that I already had 2 monsters on field. So this is me just getting distracted by what's going on and my wife talking to me, getting on my head about that. Dang, so I need to save my Thunder Dragon Hawk, actually, now that I realize it. Because I already had 2 monsters on the field in the first place. The Scrap baits the Vortex. Then we link these two. into Verde. There we go. Now I'm getting somewhere. So then we activate Verde. So that's me just like getting ahead. Alright, so -2. And I'm going to put back all 3 of the OGs. Yeah, I'll just put back all 3 of the OGs. I could just keep Hawk in hand for a follow-up. It's not even that necessary. And I could just summon Titan and D. And basically at that point, just pray they don't get over it. But I probably still lose. But if I don't die, at least I have Fusion for a follow-up. I have Hawk. You know, I have something, but I feel like I still lose in that instance. Alright. So I'm just shuffling and reset this. Try again. They're doing good though, like they're getting ahead. I'm gonna check what time this video is on too. 16. Alright. So we drew Brass Bombard, we drew Allure Darkness, we drew Nightmare, we drew Thunder Dragon Fusion, we drew Gold Sark, we drew Orchestrated Return. So the first card I activated is Allure. Absolutely would not negate that. I don't really negate those. And this is a game 1 situation. So draw. She's gonna get her counters. And at this point I would banish the Nightmare. And I'll activate a second copy of Allure. They're going to get more counters, so he's going to go up to like 8. That's going to go up to 5. 1, 2.
Wasn't I gonna kiss, please?
Yeah, you came in here like with an attitude and stuff, like talking crazy on my video, but
No.
there you go.
Whatever.
I'd be banishing Roar. No, would I banish Roar? Do I need... gotta think about that. Yeah, I'd banish Roar, and then Oppo would clearly... Oppo was clear... Can I do my video, please? Oppo would clearly negate that.
No.
Let's see, so... Dang, I got gas in my hand, but I have a danger at the same time. The Gold Sark might come in handy. And I have Orchestrated Return, too. So you know what, honestly, I would set the Orchestrated Return, reveal Chupacabra, and hope that I get lucky. Two, three, it's the middle, Thunder Dragon Fusion. I probably wasn't going to use that anyways. Draw, we drew Nessie, let's go. So I'd normal summon Brass Bombard, link these two, and I'd go into Gal. And I have the Orchestrated Return face down too. So I think here is where I would go. Hard Summon Ding. Ding effect. Oppo's gonna die no matter what, so I would just burn the Oppo on that one. So I can keep the Jackal King. So then if I use Ding to attack over Jackal, their Oppo's still there, so I still keep a monster negate. But if I use Jackal to negate and destroy, then I don't have to worry about Jackal, and then I can attack over Ding, then they're both nullified. So at this point, I'm going to activate the Danger Nessie. Alright, let's see how we're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 6, so it's the farthest one. Oh, we discarded the Nessie. That's not that good. Nessie's effect. Yeah, Oppo's done. So we baited all the Oppo negates. Ah, goodness gracious. So this is where I activate. Oh wait, yeah, I have to, because either way it can be interacted with Odd Eyes. So I activate Gold Sark. Now the question is, do I just use Endymion, or do I let the Thunder get banished so I can just burn the negate so I don't have to worry about that Thunder effect activation? Because there's still a set back row, so Endymion can negate with that, because obviously it was set for the dangers for an RNG. So for me as a Pillow player, I'd probably save Indy for the back row, because if the person said it, it meant it was important to them, otherwise they would have kept in their hand for the dangers. So we're going to go Gold Sark, Banish Dark, and then for Dark Effect, or better yet, I'm going to hold off on the Gold Sark. I'm going to hold off on the Gold Sark, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into battle phase, attack over the Jackal, so I don't have to worry about that, and then main phase 2, activate the Gold Sark. That's on me as the this player. Like I'm trying to play both sides. If you guys see what I'm doing, I'm playing the Thunder, Danger Thunder Orcus and the Pendulum. So I banish Dark, and then I would negate that with Vortex, so I can still use Endymion on the back row. And then I go Orchestrated Return, discard Nightmare for cost. And at that point, I'd use the Endymion to... Oh yeah, this has counters, so I just bounce it. He would get counters on him. Negate the Orchestrated Return that was face down. And now I have Bombard, Nightmare, and Fusion Engrave. So I just have to find a way... Yeah, I gotta navigate this board. Alright, so... everything's negated. All 6 of the negates have been baited. We took care of Jackal, Indy, Oppo, and Vortex. So this deck's obviously insane. Nightmare is going to target the Dean. So if I send Skelly, no, we don't want to send Skelly. What we do want to do is, it would have been nice if Skeleton was engraved, because then we could send Girsu, bring him back, and use him to dump Wand, and we could extend even further, but we didn't get lucky on our RNGs. And let me check the timer real quick. Okay. So at this point, Ding's fat. I would use the World Wand to summon out the Nightmare. I have to think about this one. Appaloosa has no more negates, so it's at 0. So, dang, it would have been nice if I could summon. If I could summon Long Girsu, I could put these 2 back and clear the Indy or the Vortex. Oh, this is so unfortunate. And if I summon Gal and use Gal, oh yeah, the Orchestrated Return, because he negated the activation. That's kind of like my only chance to see. So I could theoretically summon Gal and then shelf back one of my banished set, Orchestrated Return, because the activation was negated, and then use it again to clear her to draw 2 random cards and see where I can get from there. Or I can sit on the Ding with the Nightmare, which that's still a wall, and I can have follow-ups for next turn because the Nightmare would hit the grave, and I can use that. But I'm still not getting it. So honestly, at this point, I could summon Gal. So I could just leave it like this. The point really is I did play through the 6 negates. I'm just trying to see what's like my next line of play. Like, where would I go from here? So let's see what happens if I can get another Gal up. Might as well just put her there just so I can have a chance for her to be protected from battle. So that makes them want to have to link this off so that they can actually kill the Gal. At least that would give me something. And then I use her to put the wand back. Because even if I have Babel up, it doesn't matter because the Orcust monster could be negated by Vortex. So this is where we just go for the second copy of Orchestrated Return, and we just pray for the best. Did I normal summon? No, I did not normal summon. I dangered. Yeah, I just went into all my dangers, and I ended up discarding the Nightmare. So yeah, I didn't even normal summon. This is pretty nice. So I could potentially draw like a powerful normal summon like Orcust Gearsuit. So we're gonna set it, activate it, send her off. Just pray for the best at this point. Read you Thunder Dragon Hawk and Dogman. It's not the worst case scenario because I could activate Hawk to bring back the Roar. And Dogman's just there. He's just kind of there. If I RNG'd and actually hit it off Dogman, it wouldn't help anyways. But dang, that's as far as I could get on that instance. Salute to the deck for playing through the 6 negates, but it's still pretty tough to end on a board. So at that point, I feel like that was the correct play, was to basically just sit on the. I just wanted to see what would happen, but honestly, I had got as far as I could have gotten. So at that point, summoning the second Gal, even if I was to just get Crescendo, it wouldn't really help. So at that point, I just sit on Ding and I sit on Orcust Nightmare. And that way, at least, I can have protection. If they try to kill this by battle, I can detach, then I can run into him. And I still get to keep that. And my top deck, basically I'm living on a top deck plus a Nightmare, which is not optimal, I guess, but I have a top deck plus a Nightmare, and I also have a Thunder Dragon Fusion engraved. So I do have follow-up. So I would say it's pretty close for the Danger Thunder Orcust deck. I got pretty close there. I feel like I pretty much pulled it off, but I just didn't get a strong enough follow-up. But you gotta realize when you're baiting 6 negates, it's not really likely that you're gonna have like such a solid follow-up. The main instance is, can you just bait the 6? Oh, we're 27 minutes in? Alright, dang. Well, that's pretty much it for this video, you guys. Alright, deuces is wild, yo.